Okay, so hello everyone. Good evening. I'm audible to all of you. Yeah, hi Danish. Okay, so I think I'm audible. So let's start with our discussion today. So today I'll be talking about the roadmap for becoming data engineer. That means if you want to learn the big data, okay. So and if you want to be a data engineer, big data engineer, so what are the topics you should learn and which actually roadmap you should follow. Even I will also show you the learning roadmaps. Okay, that means all the learning resources I will also try to share with you. Yes, hi Hamid. Yes, thank you. So fine. So this big data is very important, guys, in the data science domain, because if you see whether you are working in the machine learning, deep learning, okay, anywhere, you have to work with the data. And to manage these kinds of data, to let's say ingest these kinds of data, you have to know about big data engineering. Because whenever you are working in the industry, it's not like that you will be getting the data as a CSV file. Sometimes you have to get the data from the API. Sometimes you have to get the data from a streaming, let's say, platform. Then you have to get the data from different let's say, database. You have to build the data warehouse. So for this big data comes into picture. Okay, so here we have various kinds of actually like tool. With the help of that, we can easily create the ETL pipeline. Even we can create the warehouse. We can handle the streaming data and all. Okay, so this is super important concept inside data science. And there is a separate job role you will see in the market called big data engineer. And if you see big data engineer get the payment, okay, a very good amount of let's say salary they get. Because if you see the big data engineer package, it's like more than machine learning engineer package also. Okay, sometimes some of the company they will be hiring. So again, if you're interested, you can learn this big data. But if you're not interested, no need to worry. You can start from the machine learning journey or deep learning journey. It's completely fine. But again, this is a like very demandable, and is like very interesting job role you'll be getting in the market. So if you're interested, guys, so you can start the big data engineering. Okay, this is so important. And what I believe, guys, if you are a data scientist, so try to also get some idea about the big data. Because as a data scientist, you should know all kinds of, let's say, tools and technology, all kinds of concept, okay, inside data science, so that you can handle, okay, the entire system by yourself. So yes, so this is so important. Got it? Fine. So how many of you are interested with big data, guys? Here you can let me know if anyone interested with the big data concept, ever from the data science, deep learning and all. Hmm. With this big data, you can handle like huge amount of data, okay, very easily. Fine. So here you can see, guys, I have prepared the entire let's say roadmap. So this is the PDF you'll be getting over the Euron platform. If you go to the book section, so there I have already added this particular, let's say, PDF. So here I have written all the steps you need to follow if you want to be a big data engineer. So see, at the very first time, whenever, let's say, you are working in the big data, let's say you are learning big data, first of all, try to understand what is big data exactly. Okay, then try to understand some application like of the big data and the big data ecosystem. Okay, why you have to learn this thing at the very first? Because what happens, let's say you have started learning programming, let's say, language, or let's say you have directly jump into the big data concept. So there are there is a time actually you will be lose your motivation. Okay, if you're not sure about like big data, like without the big data, what you can do exactly in a real world application. So if you want to get the interest, first of all, try to learn what is big data, how it can be applied in a like different real time application, and the entire big data ecosystem. Like inside big data, what kinds of ecosystem we have. So once you learn this section, you'll be getting enough motivation to learn about the big data, because this motivation will push you towards the big data and you will be able to complete. Is big data a part of software engineering? See, big data is a part of actually data science. Okay, data science project lifecycle. Project lifecycle. Okay, so if you see in the data science project lifecycle, the first things you have to work with the data. You have to collect the data. You have to pre-process the data. You have to build the ETL pipeline. Okay, so this thing. But software engineering is a little bit different. Okay, see, software engineering and like data science, software development, these two are different. Let's say whenever I'm talking about any kinds of software, okay, I'm not talking about any kinds of AI based software. I'm talking about any, let's say, simple software. Let's say I'm talking about one calculator app. Okay, I'm talking about what calculator app. Now tell me guys, let's say once you have developed one calculator, so do you really need to update this calculator? I mean, every day or let's say every month? Let me know. Because what is the calculator mechanism? So here you can perform addition operation, you can perform subtract operation, you can perform multiply operation. Okay, even you can also add some scientific, let's say, functionality. That means this application will remain same. Okay, after 10 years it will remain same. That means the output you are getting right now, the same output you will be also getting after 10 years. There is no change. But whenever I'm talking about any kinds of AI based software, okay, database software, this is actually changeable. Let's say if I'm talking about chat gpt. Okay, chat gpt is a AI based software. So what happens in the chat gpt? Let's say this chat gpt trend on actually 2023 till October. Okay, October they collected the data and did in this particular model. Okay, now this chat gpt is having the knowledge, okay, till 2023 October. But currently they have also integrated agents. Okay, with the help of agents they can perform the real-time search operation over the internet. But again, there is a possibility this model can get hallucinated, okay, with the help of latest information. So again, what they has to do, let's say after this 2024, okay, they need to again collect the data till 2024. Again they have to update the application. Okay, that means this is the completely generation based, let's say, model we are using. That means prediction based model we are using. So the output we are getting from the chat gpt, okay, it's not the same. Let's say I will ask one question. So let me show you one example. Just a minute, I'll clear the board. Let's say this is the chat gpt I'm having. Let's say I will ask one question. Let's say I will ask tell me about, okay, tell me about big data. Let's say this is the question I have asked to the chat gpt. Okay, now see, this is the response I got. Okay, this is the response I got. Now the same question, okay, now the same question I'll be asking another time. Okay, let's see what happens. See, this is the response I got. Now what I will do, I will ask the same question again. So I'll copy and here I will paste. Okay, now just try to see. Okay, big data refers to extremely large data set. Extremely large data, key characteristic v5, big data, then example of big data in action, example of big data. Now see, here, so it is not the same response it is giving me. Okay, so although we have asked the same question, but the response is not same. Okay, it is generating a new, okay, new content for me. Okay, although my question is same, but it is giving me different response every time. Okay, so that's why we call this application changeable. That means it can change. Now let's say if you are getting hallucinated with this application, again what you have to do, you have to collect that data, and with respect to that you have to retrain this entire system. Okay, then you will be able to solve this particular problem. But whenever I'm talking about calculator application, okay, see, this is the calculator application. Now let's say here I will do one calculation. Let's say I will do 5 cross 5. Okay, 5 cross 5. If I do the equal operation, you will see that I will be getting 25. Now let's say again I will close the application. Again I will try to open it up. Okay, again I will do the same thing. Let's say 5 cross 5. Okay, if I do equal operation, you will be getting 25. That means this is not a changeable. After 10 years also you will be getting the same output. Got it? So big data is not part, I mean, it is not part of a software engineering. Okay. Uh, it is a part of software engineering, but when it comes to the data related software, I think you are getting my point. Okay. But see, all software needs the data, but again, there is some limitation. Let's say we are creating a software which is not related, let's say AI based. That time you will be using some specific data to build that particular software. Okay. That I mean, the data you will be selecting, you will be only using that data only. There is no change of the data. But whenever I'm talking about any kinds of AI based software, so their data is changeable. Every time you have to change the data. For this, you have to create the entire pipeline of your data. Okay, so that you can easily handle these kinds of scenario. I think, as if you got my answer, yes or no, let me know. Got it? So whenever you are talking about software, there are two kinds of software you have to consider. Okay. Yes. So that's why, first of all, try to understand the fundamentals of big data. Try to learn why it can be applied this big data with real world application. Try to learn different ecosystem. Then just jump into the programming skills, because as I already told you, okay, if you see all of my roadmap video, okay, over my YouTube channel, I was talking about the programming skills, okay, at the very first. Okay, because why? Because if you go for any kinds of, let's say, domain, any kinds of technology, you have to learn the programming skill at the very first. Okay, whether you can learn Python, whether you can learn Scala, Java, okay, any kinds of programming language you can learn, but based on the, let's say, domain demand. Let's say currently in data science, which programming language is getting more popularity? Definitely Python. So try to learn the Python. Let's say you are working in different software development. Okay, that time, let's say Java is popular there, you can learn the Java. That's how Scala. Okay, so that's how programming is not a limitation. You can learn any kinds of programming language. All the concepts are same at the end. All the programming language is having data types, loops, conditional statement, function, and so on. Okay, apart from that, you also need to learn some additional libraries like pandas, numpy, PySpark, and Dask. Okay, so this is super important whenever you are working with the data. So you have to know about this library, because with the help of this library, we can manipulate our data. Okay, so those who are from actually machine learning domain, I think you already familiar with pandas, numpy. I think some of the people already learned about PySpark. Okay, so PySpark is very powerful whenever it comes to loading the very huge amount of data. Okay, and whenever, let's say, you are having small amount of data, that time you can work with pandas most of the time. Got it? Yes. Then we have Dask also. Fine. So yes, then second thing, you have to start with the programming language and choose the programming language with respect to the domain demand. Okay, let's say in currently, just try to explore in the market which programming language is getting more popularity. Try to start learning. It's not like that Python is let's say getting more popularity nowadays. After 10 years, okay, Python will remain same. No, it's not like that. There is a possibility there would be any other programming language, and that programming language will replace Python in the field of data science. There is a possibility, because technology is evolving rapidly nowadays. So definitely there is a possibility. So it's not like that only rely on the Python, okay, or Java or any other programming language. Also try to explore any other programming language, because if you know one programming language, learning other programming language would be very much easy for you. Okay, great. Then one super important concept you have to learn about SQL. Okay, because any kinds of, let's say, database you are working, okay, you have to know the SQL, because whether I'm talking about let's say NoSQL database, or let's say any kinds of relational database, all kinds of database supports the SQL, okay, language. That means with the help of SQL commands, you will be able to manipulate the data. You will be able to, let's say, send your operational commands and all. Okay, so that's why it is super important to learn about SQL. Okay, whether you are working in the MySQL, okay, Cassandra, then you have MongoDB. Okay, any kinds of database you are using, you need to know about the SQL. Okay, that is super important. Then the next thing, you have to learn the Linux basics. Okay, now you can ask me why Linux basics. Okay, why we have to learn the Linux basics? Because whenever, let's say, you are creating any kinds of ETL pipeline, whenever you are building the data warehouse, most of the time you will be using cloud platform. Okay, different cloud platform, whether it is AWS, whether it is GCP, whether it is Azure. Okay, and if you see in the cloud platform, whatever service you have for the, let's say, big data tool, okay, whether it's a related ETL pipeline, whether it's related, let's say, a streaming data, okay, all kinds of, okay, all kinds of platform are using Linux based operating system. Okay, and if you want to work in the Linux based operating system, definitely you have to know about Linux command, like how to perform the bash scripting, how we can send a, let's say, a different Linux command. With the help of that, how we can perform different operation. So that's why Linux is important, guys, whenever you are working in the production environment. Okay, so this is super important. So there are many people, they will skip this Linux fundamentals before, let's say, jumping into the big data, and later on they will face the difficulty. That's why it's super important to learn the Linux, okay, at the very initial phase. So it will give you more idea, okay, how you can work in the production environment, even how you can work in the Unix based operating system, okay, most of the time. I hope it makes sense, guys, all of you. Fine. Then you have to start with distributed computing. Okay, so distributed computing is super important inside big data. So you have to understand what is distributed system, what is map reduce programming model. Okay, then once you have let's say got the idea about distributed computing, then you will be starting with some tools. Okay, so master big data tools and framework. So inside you have different tools like SDFS, cloud storage, S3. Okay, then you have Google Cloud Storage. Okay, so these are the things you have to learn. Okay, then once you have learned this, you can start with something called processing framework. Okay, there are different processing framework, like you have Apache Hadoop, you have Apache Spark. Okay, then you can see RDDS, Spark SQL, Spark Streaming, MLlib. Okay, so these are the different library, different framework you have to learn if you want to manage the big data, huge amount of data. So that time this is super important, and these are the thing. Okay, these are the thing you will be learning. Distributed system. Okay, that means, see, if you understand the concept of Hadoop, Spark, so they're using something called distributed computing in the backend. Okay, with the help of that, it can handle actually huge amount of data, okay, in a lower memory space as well. So again, this is super important to learn about. These are the tool. Then there are some streaming tool as well. Let's say you are working in a project, and there your data is coming as a streaming. Let's say you are getting sensor data. Okay, sensor data. Okay, sensor data. So sensor data, I think we know it's a, let's say, live data. Every time this data point will let's say change. So again, it's a streaming data. And to handle this kind of streaming data, you have different tool like Kafka is there, Flink is there, Storm Basics is there. Okay, you can learn any of them in the market. Kafka is getting more popularity, Flink is getting more popularity. Okay, based on the demand you can learn. Got it, bro? Can you run a vision course teaching vision transformer VIT? Could you done some projects that get hands-on with the team? Okay, definitely we'll try to check it out. Okay, because currently we are creating some of the courses. Okay, now once it is done, definitely we'll try to start that course as well. Okay, yeah, fine. So yes, so it is done. Then you have something called workflow orchestration tool like Apache Airflow. Then OZ is there. Okay, you can learn, these are the thing. Then you have to know how to work with like database, like how to work with MySQL database, Postgres database. Okay, MongoDB, Cassandra is base. Okay, so these are the database you have to know. So you have a relational database and you have NoSQL database. So both database you have to know. Sometimes you have to use a relational database if you're having, let's say, fixed schema. Okay, fixed schema data, that time you can use relational database. And whenever, let's say, you have unstructured data, that time you can use NoSQL database. Okay, so that's how you should have the knowledge on both kinds of database. It is super important. Got it? Fine. Then you have to know about the data warehousing. Okay, like how to build a data warehouse. For this you can use different cloud platform, as I already mentioned, like Amazon Redshift is there, Google BigQuery is there, Snowflake is there. So these are the tools will help you to build a entire data warehouse. Okay, and from the warehouse itself, any kinds of, let's say, engineer, let's say whether it's a data scientist, whether it's a data analyst, okay, any kinds of engineer can take the data and they can build their solution. Okay, but you have to build a data warehouse at the very first time. Then you have to know about the data integration and ETL. So for this you can learn Apache Nifi, Apache Flume, then talent is there, batch and real-time ingestion is there. Okay, so these are the thing you can learn. Okay, additionally this will help you to understand about the data ingestion part. Then cloud computing, as I already told you, you should have some knowledge about cloud computing, because inside cloud you have different tools nowadays for the big data. Okay, so inside AWS you have S3, EMR, then Redshift, Glue. GCP you have BigQuery, okay, data flow. So these are the tools you can learn, okay, because these are the tools are very popular nowadays in the market. Okay, that's why. Then in Azure also you have something called data lake. Okay, data lake is there. Then you have this Snapsy analysis. Okay, this is also there. Then you can learn about the containerization and orchestration. Docker and Kubernetes is also important, because sometimes what happens, let's say you have implemented one project. Okay, this project is running on your local machine. Okay, let's say this project is running on your local machine, but whenever you are deploying this project in the production environment, okay, there it is giving you the error during the setup. Okay, because in your local machine, the setup you are using, the version you are using, okay, of the package, so it is not getting satisfied in the production environment. That time it is getting error. Okay, it is failing in the production. So it's better to do the containerization of your entire application. That means you can create the docker image, and that particular image you can run in the production environment without facing any kinds of error. Okay, so this is called actually dockerization or containerization, and you can entirely orchestrate your application. Okay, this is also possible. So again, there is another let's say concept you can learn called Kubernetes. Okay. Any query so far? Okay, now as a big data engineer, you should also familiar with some data visualization tool like Tableau, Power BI, okay, Matplotlib, C1. Because what happens, sometimes you have to report to your manager, and to report you have to visualize the data in a graphical representation, so that you can tell them, let's say this is the data distribution, that's how your data is let's say getting distributed, and it is trying to say this kinds of information. Okay, so this thing is missing in the data. If you want to prepare the entire report, so that time you have to know some visualization library like Tableau, Power BI, Matplotlib, Seaborn. Okay, Matplotlib, Seaborn is the based on Python library, but there are separate library you can use called Tableau, Power BI. Okay, so again, this is like very powerful tool in the market right now if you want to do the data visualization. Then you have something called big data system design. See, if you're going for the senior position, let's say you have work as a developer, now you want to, let's say you want to promote to the manager, or let's say architect level. That time you have to know about the system design. Like whenever you are getting any kinds of software, how you can build the entire system, how we can create the architecture. Okay, that time you have to know data pipeline, architecture pattern, okay, design consideration. These are the thing you have to learn. So this is only for senior position, guys. Okay, senior position. If you're a junior, so that time you can skip this part, but if you want to go in a senior position, that time you have to also know about the system design part as well. Okay, then it's better if you have some idea about the machine learning, okay, concept. Let's say at least what is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, okay, and how we can train one ML model. Okay, so these are the thing. If you have some idea, this will help you a lot. Okay. Then once you have done, you can start the resume preparation and interview preparation. Okay, again, for resume interview preparation, you can connect with me. I already told you, if you want to get the, let's say, guidance, if you want to show your resume, okay, that time simply you can connect me. So I think you have already connected with my LinkedIn profile. This is my LinkedIn profile, so here you can connect me. Okay, either you can also ping me here. Okay, we can connect here also. Apart from that, you can also mail me. Okay, mail is also mentioned in the YouTube channel. From there also you can connect me. But at the end, you have to prepare your resume, you have to prepare for the interview. Okay, this is the idea. Then once it is done, you can apply for the jobs. There are various kinds of, let's say, job portals are available nowadays over the internet. You can use LinkedIn. Okay, you can use Glassdoor. From there you can apply, okay, for that big data position. Then one thing you have to do, continuous learning. It's not like that you have completed all the concept inside big data and you lived everything. No, you have to continuously learning, because this is a continuous, okay, continuous update. Let's say world today, because every day there are new updates are coming. Okay, so if you want to update yourself, you have to do the continuous learning, you have to do the exploration, and always try to refer the documentation of any kinds of framework if you want to see the latest update. Okay, yes, So yes guys, this is the entire roadmap I prepared for you, okay, based on my experience, and I had explored a lot. Based on that, I prepared this particular, let's say, roadmap. So you can follow this if you want to learn about the big data. And again, there is a good news. We are coming up with a big data masters course on our platform Euron. Okay, so link is given in the description. From there you can check it out, and your mentor would be Sudhanshu sir. I think you already know about Sudhanshu sir. So he has already worked with so many multinational company, okay, as a big data engineer. So he already has good experience, okay, about the project development, architecture, design. Okay, so again, this is going to be a best opportunity for you guys, because sir started teaching. So again, he is going to teach from his experience. So again, I can say you'll be getting very good opportunity, okay, because personally, whatever things I have learned inside data science, so he has helped me a lot. He was also my mentor, okay. So that's why you can check it out if you're interested in big data. You can check this particular course, and this course is like super affordable if you open it up. So let me show you the course price. So I have opened in my admin mode, that's why you can't see, but let me show you. So here you can see the course price only $24, okay, and this is going to be the live class, guys. You can see it is starting from 21st December 2024. Class timing would be Saturday and Sunday, 2:15 p.m. to IST to 3:45 IST. Okay, now here you can see whatever things I told you inside my this roadmap, okay, everything we'll try to cover, okay, everything sir is going to cover, whether you want to learn the big data framework, okay, data warehousing, streaming, SDFS, SQL, Spark, okay, Apache Flink, okay, everything he will try to cover. Even he will also show you how you can implement some real-time projects with the help of different big data tool. And again, requirement wise, you should familiar with like Python programming, and if you know about basics of MLRDL, it will help you a lot, okay. So you can check it out, link would be mentioned in my description. From there you can check it out. Got it? Yes. So if you have any query, guys, you can let me know. Any query if you have about this big data roadmap or the next roadmap, what you want, you can let me know. Based on that, I will also try to prepare. And again, guys, this course is also included in the Euron Plus, okay. So if you want to take the Euron Plus subscription, you can also take. So I'll attach the link in my description. Okay, so if you are taking the Euron Plus, that means what will happen? All the courses you can see over the Euron platform, you can access all the courses, okay. 1 year only 2,999 rupees, okay. So any question, anyone? And if you like this session, hit the like and share this with your friends and family. And please try to support the channel, try to subscribe. Unless and until you are not supporting the channel, so I'm not getting the motivation. So please try to support the channel. And if you need anything from my side, you can let me know. I'll try to provide. And again, we are we'll be continuing with our MLOps series. The MLOps series we have started. So last video I was discussing about the Docker. So in the next let's say session, I'll be talking about some required Docker commands. Like I'll show you how you can build your own image, okay, how you can execute, how you can let's say publish to the Docker hub. Each and everything we'll try to discuss. And once we have done, we will be also implementing some of the application. Can you start a course with a NLP and computer vision? Yes, definitely. This is in pipeline, okay. Once these are the courses over, definitely we'll try to start that course as well. Fine. Okay, so everything would be available over the platform. So we have created the platform in such a way so that if you're taking this subscription, so all kinds of courses you will be getting, okay, whether it's data related, web development related, okay, any kinds of course would be available here. So we just started, so still we need some time, because there are so many things, there are so many updates are going on. And one thing I want to tell you guys, I think you know, we have included the webinar feature on the Euron platform. So what happens actually, sometimes I also contact different webinar. There I also try to discuss different let's say latest technology, okay. So you can check it out, this webinar. So simply you just need to click on the webinar and click on the Buppies Connect and Learn. So here, whatever webinar I'm going to schedule, okay, each and everything will try to see. If I go to the courses, see here already I have taken 3 webinar, okay. One is like latest generative AI with LangChain and LLMops. Another one I took about the MLOps, okay. And the third one I took the professional level LLM application development. Okay, so here I showed you the entire application development, how we can develop one professional level application. So that's how we'll be contacting different webinar guys. So please try to join. Okay, and all the update you will be getting from my YouTube channel, from my LinkedIn profile. So please try to follow. These are the social media as well. Would you like to have a course with Streamlit Fast API as well? Definitely it would be also available. Okay, please give us some time. Fine. So yes guys, this is all from my side, and you got to know about the big data. Okay, big data like roadmap. So next I'll try to bring another any other, let's say, roadmap we'll try to discuss. With that guys, thank you so much. Bye everyone. Thank you. Bye.